My name is Manny. I've been in real estate about 17 years, and I joined back to join Leo because he was already doing real estate in 2006.
Yeah, so I'm Leo, co banker at my home group. And yes, I joined real estate 19 years ago now. So 2003, I believe it was my first year. So times have changed in different markets.
So we were introduced to Allen Edwin back in 2012, back when the economy was barely starting to turn out of the recession that we had in 2007 and 8. And as we started doing transactions on new construction, we really were impressed with the way they've trained their sales agents and how informative they were for our clients. So then it just grew from there.
Yeah, and I'll piggyback on that and say that Allen Edwin does a really good job at making sure that consumers' questions are answered. I know with a lot of people back in 2011, there wasn't a lot of new construction and there was a lot of uncertainty, and they were really good at educating the customer base at that point to what Allen Edwin was and what new construction meant for a home, and a lot of first-time home buyers and even move-up buyers at the time. So I think that was very important, and we kind of saw that right in the beginning that Allen Edwin had the know-hows and had the people to really back up their product. So we thought it was a good relationship that we needed to work with.
We really enjoy working with Allen Edwin just because they do a really great job of training all their sales associates. So once we hand over a client, they have a very streamlined process of taking someone from beginning to end and supplying all the education they need to get them all the way to the end. So I love to have Lori in this instance meet with my clients and walk them through the whole process, and I know they're in good hands.
Yeah, and same thing again, like it's a good process when the builder is able to take over the client's questions and just get them through the finish line. So, typically when we work a transaction in real estate, when somebody wants to buy a seller home, typically it's a 1 to 3 month process that we build that relationship with the client. When it comes to construction, it's actually like a year now. So it's a year relationship that needs to be maintained. And during the year, there's a lot of questions, and then there's also a lot of things and changes that happen. So being able to maintain that relationship for a year, it's important that you are partnered with the right people.
I would say that what continues to bring clients to the Allen Edwin market, it's that they've always focused on a lot of entry-level houses that provide great space, functional floor plans, and the ability for families to grow. And I think that's something that they've really narrowed down over the years and could build a house that is ideal for family to come in and grow and not need to sell immediately. They're able to grow the family there and maintain that home for longer time.
Yeah, I would agree with that listening to the customer, that's always important. So customers, as we as a society change, we have different needs. So if you look at houses from the 1950s, closets weren't that big, master baths weren't that popular. And as we have changed and developed as a country, then so have our wants and needs. And I think Allen Edwin has been able to identify those wants and needs as we continue to change and adapt to an ever-changing market, if you will, because now you have a lot of stay-at-home people that require office space and things like that, and a lot of the Allen Edwin homes, cater to those needs. So they've done a really good job at listening to the customer and what they need in a home.
I really enjoy real estate, and my favorite component of real estate, I would say, is the wealth creation. Wealth creation for a lot of the families, especially in the last 10 years when they built a ton of equity. It's to me, I'm very passionate about helping as many people buy a home and maintain it and grow their wealth. And it's very rewarding to see now that I've helped a lot of people buy and sell to be able to have $100,000-$200,000 in equity, and where historically it'd be really hard to save that kind of money just on working on your 9 to 5.
I think that we've been involved in real estate in a very delicate time in our history. Like Manny said, being able to help those clients that historically wouldn't have been able to qualify for a home, or they weren't able to fit in the box that it's required of home ownership, and then they are able to create wealth because of it. It's very fulfilling, I would say. Like it's enjoyable to watch somebody do well when they purchase a home. So there's definitely been some hard times, and I'm sure there are going to be hard times in the future again, but nevertheless, like, real estate is still a solid investment, and watching people grow from it, like it just hits the spot.
I think we focus a lot on the educational component of real estate when we are first dealing with first-time home buyers, move-up buyers. We take our time to walk people through the whole process, and we're customer service driven. Our number one goal has always been customer service, and I think that's the focus for our entire team, is to maintain the customer service at the highest level. So I think that's what makes it different from other agents, where some of them are very transactional, and as soon as you run into issues, they abandon you. We try to be there, make sure that we work every issue out through every transaction, making it the most enjoyable transaction they've ever had.
Customer service is definitely one thing that I'd say sets us aside from other realtors. We are very customer oriented. We typically do about 250 homes a year. We primarily focus on buyers, not so much sellers. Not on purpose, but it's just typically that's we are looked out by buyers as they're emerging into the market. They want somebody that's really gonna help them explain the process and be with them in this battle, if you will. And I think that for us is arming ourselves with the right education to make sure that our clients feel comfortable of the decisions they're making as they tackle this huge endeavor, which is purchasing a home. It's not something that most people do or do on an annual basis. It's something that is done every 5 to 7 years. So when they do decide to either buy or sell a house, we try to be there for them.
So Allen Edwin saves me a ton of time, because it's a person that clients can reach out to directly, and they have all the answers. Building a house, it's quite complex, and from digging, foundation, and everything in between to where you get your keys at the end, there's a lot of questions, colors, and even the design room, the job they do there, helping people pick the right colors for the kitchen, for the bathrooms, the carpet, the flooring. That's an amazing job they do there that saves us a lot of time. Typically, working with some other builders, a lot of times we have to spend the time with the clients to be able to walk them through that. So it's nice that Allen Edwin has all the resources to be able to guide people properly as they build their houses, and making sure that they're making the right decisions as they're building, as far as what materials are being picked and how it's being built.
Like Manny said, the showroom where they get to pick, every item that they want to add to their house, and then there's also pricing available. Like it just saves so much time, instead of having them run around to different places trying to figure out what they want for roof colors and doors and windows and all that. Like, it's all in one place. So I think Allen Edwin has done a really good job at centralizing that and making it efficient. So, and I think people appreciate that. And the ones that don't, like, when they experience that with another builder, they realize that Allen Edwin actually has their systems in place.
So Allen Edwin has helped us grow our business by being able to help walk our clients through a lot of the process. And as they help us with more clients walking through the process, it gives me more time to be able to help other people, and therefore growing my business.
You know, with Allen Edwin, one of the things that I think is very unique to them that I don't really experience with a lot of other builders is that typically when we have a client that wants to look at an Allen Edwin house, they have a representative at the house to answer any questions that the client might have. So that in itself like means a lot, because there's a lot of times we walk through a house and we don't have all the answers, and we have to go and get the answers and come back and tell our client, while having the representative at the showing has proven to be a system that really works well. Just with that alone, like they help us out tremendously, and sometimes even us as agents understand, you know, the building process better.
Registering the buyers is very easy. All you got to do is call the rep and give them the information, and they just take it from there.
Yeah, I agree. It's simple to register and just send an email or text message, and you know, they're right on it.